Throughout history, invisible invaders have brought entire civilizations to their knees. These are not armies or monsters, but viruses, microscopic agents of chaos that have reshaped borders, collapsed economies, and rewritten human history. Unlike wars or natural disasters, viruses infiltrate silently, multiply invisibly, and strike with devastating precision. This is the story of the viruses that shocked the world, and how they exposed the fragility of humanity. Long before anyone understood what a virus was, Europe was ravaged by a plague that killed over 75 million people. While the bubonic plague is caused by bacteria, some historians now suspect viral infections may have followed in its wake, spreading terror even faster. The disease arrived in Europe via fleas on rats aboard trading ships. Entire villages were wiped out in days. Doctors wore beaked masks, stuffed with herbs, thinking it would protect them from the bad air. It didn't. The fear was so overwhelming, people turned on each other, accusing neighbours of witchcraft or divine punishment. The world saw for the first time the need to isolate the sick, giving rise to the practice of quarantine. As World War I came to a close, a new enemy arose: the Spanish flu, a deadly strain of the H1N1 influenza virus. This virus infected over 500 million people worldwide, a third of the global population at the time, and killed at least 50 million. It moved fast, often killing healthy young adults within days. Soldiers spread it across continents, and it hit in waves, with the second wave being far deadlier. Hospitals overflowed, mass graves were dug, and societies teetered on collapse. Oddly, it was quickly forgotten, overshadowed by the end of the war and buried in silence, as if humanity couldn't bear to remember. In the early 1980s, another mysterious virus emerged: HIV. It started quietly in marginalized communities, but soon exploded into a global epidemic. Unlike the flu, HIV doesn't kill immediately. It slowly breaks down the immune system, leading to AIDS, where even a cold can be fatal. Fear and stigma followed the virus. Myths spread faster than facts, but through the darkness, there was also progress. Scientists identified the virus, developed life-saving antiretroviral treatments, and changed the way the world approaches sex education and public health. Today, HIV is still incurable, but it's manageable, turning what was once a death sentence into a livable condition. In 2002, a virus emerged in China that sent shockwaves through Asia: SARS, or severe acute respiratory syndrome. A cousin of the coronavirus, SARS had a high mortality rate and spread through hospitals. Panic spread across cities like Hong Kong and Toronto. Flights were grounded, schools closed. It was eventually contained through strict quarantines and aggressive public health measures. But it was a warning shot, a reminder that a fast-spreading virus could bring the world to a standstill. Scientists took note. Governments began to prepare. Unfortunately, the next big virus wouldn't wait long. In December 2019, a strange pneumonia-like illness emerged in Wuhan, China. It would become the COVID-19 pandemic, caused by the novel SARS-CoV-2 virus. Within months, the world went into lockdown. Economies crashed. Streets went silent. Over 700 million people were infected, and more than 7 million lost their lives. But beyond the numbers, COVID-19 exposed weaknesses in healthcare systems, government responses, and social trust. It also sparked a scientific race never before seen. Vaccines were developed in record time. Entire populations were tested, traced, and vaccinated. And just like that, the world realized something terrifying. Despite all our technology, we are still vulnerable. We've seen other outbreaks: Ebola with its gruesome hemorrhagic symptoms, Zika linked to birth defects, MERS, avian flu, and more. Each time, the world watches closely, fearing the next pandemic. Experts warn that Disease X, a currently unknown virus, could emerge at any time. Climate change, deforestation, and globalization make it more likely that animal viruses will spill over into human populations. The question is not if, but when. Viruses are nature's ultimate test. They remind us that no matter how advanced we become, we are still part of a fragile ecosystem. Each outbreak teaches us something new about science, resilience, and human behavior. And though they are invisible, their impact is permanent. The story of viruses is a story of survival, fear, progress, and sometimes hope.